50% of the 30% derivation to be given to the development of the host community. And since then, the super deck has been on, but not actually to the favor of the host community. And this new bill at the state level directs the fund direct to the owners based on potential quantum. At the national level, as a member of board of trustee of the host community and the national PRO of the host community, at the national level we are asking for our deny oil and gas prerogatives. The international law empower the IOC, the International Oil Company, to pay gas fleet penalty levy money direct to the host community. And since the creation of, since the discovering of oil and gas in Nigeria, we have been denied of this gas fleet penalty levy money, and we are suffering industrial pollution, environmental degradation, loss of fish farm, and so forth and so on. So at the national level, we are asking federal government to give all this money. The present president, Dr. Jonathan Ebele, set up a committee to see how this money can be released. The committee, I was a member of the committee, and the Minister for Petroleum was the chairman of the committee, that the money should be given to the host community. The Central Bank were there, Minister of Finance were there, NNPC were there, DPRO were there, and eventually they said the money is 1.3 trillion accumulated, paid direct by DPRO, NNPC to the Central Bank to be released to the host community. That money is outstanding to date, not paid. That's number one. Number two, we talk about the 30% derivation that our founding father fought for many years. In the National Constitution, 30% derivation is in the exclusive list. It is not between the federal government, state government, and local government to be controlled. The money, 30% derivation, is presidency and the host community. So it is an aberration, a gross misplacement of priority that the money goes through the hands of the governor.
This. Whom did these people consulted? Were the Shekiri ever aware that they were going to court? Who owns the highest percentage in the oil block? No. Were the Jaws ever consulted before going to court? No. Were the Robos who went to court, whom did they meet? Are they even a member of the oil producing areas? The answer is no. So in my view, I think that issue should be disregarded, and I think we are going to do something about that. We are going to go to court and knock that out.
The Delta State Governor, Dr. Manuel Odwana, who is even a stakeholder, realized that the structure, as it's called the SOPEDEC, was not effective. He now sent an executive bill to the Delta State House of Assembly where he proposed, for the first time in the history of this country, that the funds should be managed not by one person, as it is in present the SOPEDEC now, where we have one super chairman and one super commissioner representing each of the ethnic nationalities who arrogate to themselves powers they don't even have in the disbursement of these funds. But the new bill tends to unbundle the SOPEDEC by decentralizing, one, that every ethnic nationality should have, one, a development agency, two, an investment corporation, which means every ethnic nationality will have two agencies. One is an investment corporation, and the other one is a development agency. And now let us look at the composition and the administrative organogram of these agencies, and why is it that it is better than the present omnibus SOPEDEC. Now we are looking at the agency. The agency will be manned by the managing director and a chief executive officer, who shall be the head, assisted by two executive directors. One shall be strategic planning and infrastructure development. The other one will be an economist. And we also have one director, a non-director, representing traditional rulers. For the first time, the bill seeks to incorporate traditional rulers who are the custodians of our cultures and our traditions. Not only that, the bill went for that to provide for one youth representative and one woman leader. So if you look at it, the agency itself has 7 management positions, as against the present one almighty chairman who misappropriates, sometimes who arrogate to himself all the powers that be. Now we now go to the investment corporation. Now Delta State governor has a vision that oil is a non-renewable resource. So one day it will be depleted. So what do? We plan beyond oil. So in keeping with that vision, the new bill seeks to incorporate what was called the Oil Producing Area Investment Corporation. Each investment corporation is to be headed by a non-executive chairman and a managing director, 2 executive directors, 1 representative of the youths, 1 representative of the women, and 1 person approving integrity from the private or public sectors. So if you look at the structure is a complete departure from what we have in the SOPEDEC now. As I'm talking to you, in response to these novel provisions by the bill, the oil and gas producing communities are in joyous mood. Celebrations are going on in the creeks and swamps because this is what the people have been agitating for over the years. And therefore, we want to use this medium to appeal to those who are opposing this bill that it is ill-informed, they are not properly informed, it's ill-timed, and that we should support this bill. We cannot get anything better than this in this dispensation. And I think that by the time these new structures become operational, every other state in the oil and gas producing community states should follow suit, so that the fund meant for the people should be managed by the people.
Job creation. Today, the youths, a number of them are without no job. They are just there, and that has made them to be involved in criminal activities, social vices, pipeline vandalism, and all other phenomena are in the commonplace, particularly in the oil-producing communities of Delta State and Niger Delta in general, because the funds are not really trickling down to the people. Because of that, people are today involved in illegal bunkering, oil pipeline vandalism, and all other vices. Now, with the model, the youths are inclusive in the arrangement. The women are inclusive. It is not like the former model that we have an omnibus leader somewhere who dictates who gets what, when, and how. That phenomenon has been put to rest because it's more people-centered, it's more participatory-driven, more development-oriented, and most especially, it is also investment-driven. So these factors are very key, and with this model and these arrangements, we see that more youths will be employed, there will be job creation. Those that want to go into farming, good farming, whether agro farming or whatever, they will go in and become useful to themselves and to them.
Yes, the oil and gas women, they are really, right now, they are really appreciating the governor of what he has just done, bringing the 13% down to the grassroots, allowing the host communities to access their 13%. The women are really grateful to the governor. They appreciate the governor because it's going to eradicate poverty. And when we are talking of poverty, it affects the women and the youth mostly, because the women are the foundation of the family and the youth. So the women are really happy with me, with our excellency for this kind gesture and for what he has decided to do now for us.
It's going to have positive impact on our people, because what they are saying initially, that is the turn of a robo man to be the chairman of the. Why is it now that it's the turn of a robo man to be chairman? Hence, they are coming with this model. But to me, I've been able to educate some of us that this is the best. Governance is a process. If you formulate a policy, there's also what we call post-adoption policy. Post-adoption. In post-adoption, when you formulate a policy and you see that it's not too good, that you can fine-tune it, it is better you go ahead, and that is what the governor has done. He has seen that this money, being the head of administration in Delta State, who has placed the people there, he has seen that the money is not going down to the people directly. It's not having the positive impact that it's supposed to have in the life of the people. That's why, that's the beauty of this bill. This bill now that he has set up, that he has put in place, that is before the State House of Assembly, is a bill that will embrace a lot of people. If you look at the structure, the composition of the bill, apart from the main commission, because the SOPADEC is not scrapped. A lot of them are looking at that, oh, the SOPADEC has been scrapped. The SOPADEC is not scrapped. It's there. You have the executive chairman and the composition at the commission. It's still there. But the concentration now goes into the various ethnic nationalities, where you have the five agencies and the 5 ethnic corporations in the various ethnic nations. So you see that there will be more persons to participate in the management of the resources that is coming to the various ethnic nationalities. So I want to enjoin my brothers in the Robo to see reason and embrace this bill.
Proverbs chapter 10 verse 22, the Bible says, the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and added no sorrow therewith. The 13% derivation fund is a blessing of the Lord to the oil and gas producing communities of Nigeria. And whenever God wants to free people from slavery, from suffering, he sends a man. And we want to thank God that he sent a man to us, Chief Dr. Wellington Okreka, who was greatly used by God to bring about the actualization of this vision. So the spiritual dimension is the 13% derivation fund is a blessing from the Lord. God put these resources in the soil of the communities in the Niger Delta so that through this means the communities can have a lease of life. They can enjoy their life. They can be blessed. They can be prospered. But we are very sad that it is not what God intended that is happening now. And I believe this is Satan's work. The Bible says the blessing of the Lord is maketh rich and added no sorrow with. So the person that is adding sorrow to the oil and gas producing communities is Satan. Satan is the one that is impoverishing the oil and gas producing communities. You know, there are problems of health challenges, problems of academic challenges, problems of economic challenges, and so forth and so on. So, knowing that Satan knows that when these monies come, a lot of people will turn to God, because there will be a lot of activities in the oil and gas producing communities. Presently, you see them worshiping idol, doing a lot of things in order to earn a living. But when these monies come, a lot of people will turn to God, because there will be food on the table, there will be a lot of things will take place. So that's the spiritual dimension I see in this matter, sir. Nothing will happen to the staffs. The current DESOPADEC we have now is we have one secretary general, but in the new bill we are going to have about 10 or more secretaries, because you have DESOPADEC as the commission, you have the agencies, you also have the investment corporation. So there is going to be a lot of employment opportunities. The current staffs will be retained. Nothing will happen to them. So those who are afraid that they will lose their job, they should not be afraid, because their job will be retained and more people will be employed. So there should be no fear about that. We need more hands on deck.